Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 6. I've got some bad news. Good news, but bad news. So my wife's life has changed. She is an exercise fiend now and has been for the last 6 months. But what that means is that she likes to be in the office working out while I'm trying to record and blasting music. And that doesn't work. So I've had to move back downstairs again, and I probably should be up there working out too, but late at night, I'm not. I do it earlier in the day, so when I do it. And I actually have been going up and down the stairs and trying to do a better job taking care of myself lately, and I've lost a little bit of weight because I had the flu 3 times, so it was a good jump starter for the new year. So what that means, what the long and short of it is, I've moved my computer back downstairs, and because of that, I can't use my steering wheel anymore because I don't have a desk. I'm using a little tray table. And this sucks because I spent the last 4.5 hours trying to get my Steam controller to work, and I've said a lot of bad words and thrown some things, and it's been a very frustrating experience, including having to reinstall the truck sim, which means I've lost all my mods, which means I've lost my save games. I didn't realize when I uninstalled it that it was going to delete the save games, and usually it doesn't, but I tried to reload it, and because I didn't have the mods available, it crashed the game, and it anyway, so long story short, it's been a very bad night. Sometimes in life, you have to start over. So we are going to hop in the truck. I might as well talk to you while I'm going. I am very sorry that that's how things ended up, and I have to start over, but it's okay. We're still together. We're still best friends. And it's okay. We can just start over. We didn't get very far anyway. I was only level 4, so I'll get back up there pretty quickly. But we'll have to start over with the trucks. Now, I did find out, too, another interesting piece of information, that the truck that I was driving, that really cool Peterbilt 351, is actually illegal at this point because it does not meet EPA standards. You would not be able to drive that truck in California. It probably would be legal in Ohio. In fact, I've seen a lot of... Now that I've been a little more truck savvy... Oh, wait, my look isn't working. Hold on. I don't remember where I was because Ryan just came down and interrupted me, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But anyway, that truck I was driving was not a legal truck. Not that it was illegal, but it's not really supposed to be driven. I was driving around today, and I was noticing trucks now, because now that I'm playing the game, I'm starting to look. Yes, the flat-fronted trucks are gone. Let's see here, am I clear? I said earlier that they were illegal. That is incorrect. What happened was the regulations that required trucks to be a certain length were in late 1970s. They were, those restrictions were reduced and removed, and so it made it so that, oh, I think I got the shifter to work too the way I wanted it. I think. Sorry, I'm still learning the controls on my controller. And so what happened, the result was that, because those older flat-fronted trucks were very uncomfortable, they didn't have air ride suspensions back in the day, the technology was different. It was a very uncomfortable ride, and it actually injured drivers quite frequently because of the road roughness. Whoops. So if you thought I drove drunk before, wait till the series without the steering wheel. And so what ended up happening is that they went out of style, and they're gone. People could drive them again, actually, and there's some talk that they may come back. Some states do have some restrictions on them, but in general, it just the truckers like this style because these trucks were more comfortable. That's not necessarily the case today. We're just going to do... Yeah, we'll do the big park. Oh my gosh. Okay. And so trucks are different now than they were then. There's a lot of good trucks out there made by, Volvo and DAF and some of these other companies that are high quality trucks that are up to today's standards and just as comfortable as the trucks of yesteryear, or I'm sorry, the trucks of today that aren't flat fronted. So or they call it cab over engine is what the actual name is, COE. So these cab over engine trucks that are modern are much better than they used to be, and for comfort and stuff. And people that drive them are saying that they are just every bit as good as the conventional style truck with the nose, or long nose. Some of them call them long nose trucks. I totally missed that. So anyway, what I ended up finding out with my Steam controller after all these hours, and I've been talking to people about it and whining about it on Steam, getting extremely frustrated with the situation and not being able to get it to work, I noticed that no matter what profile I set, okay, so you, with the Xbox controller, or the Steam controller, I'm sorry, you set it a profile, and then you make the buttons what you want them to be. So let's say I wanted the M button. Oh, crap, I'm screeching the truck. Let's say I wanted the M button, I'm sorry, the X button to act like the letter M on my keyboard, or the letter K or something. Then when I go into the controller settings, or when I go into the game and I press the button, it was coming up like page down. And I'm like, well, that's not what I set it to. I set it to M, not to page down. And no matter what I did or set it to, it would just always default to the page down. So I looked online and I realized this is so dumb. These kind of things are the things that make you want to snap or quit. Bandicam, and somebody had actually mentioned Fraps, not Bandicam, but I noticed then also that I couldn't do my Steam talking while I was in game. So those of you that are familiar with Steam, hold on. Those of you that are familiar with Steam know that you can press Shift Tab and it brings up the talking menu and you can talk to people. So usually you just hit that. If somebody texts you, you can press Shift Tab and then you can start texting back and forth with them. Well, I could no longer do that in the game, and I used to be able to. And the controller from Steam is directly related to the Steam overlay. If the Steam overlay isn't working, your controller binder isn't going to work. Now, it took me 4 hours to figure that out, but I finally figured it out. So it is the game, but it's not really, I don't know how to put it. I don't want to blame the game completely because there's nothing they could really do about it. I don't know how. Hopefully they'll be able to fix it. I mean, it's a compatibility issue with Fraps and other screen overlays because, you know, they read from the screen. And oddly, it works just fine with Euro Truck Simulator 2. So ETS2 just works. But for whatever reason, it doesn't work with American Truck Simulator. But it's an outside product. It's not Steam's fault. It's not the Steam controller's fault. And it's not American Truck Simulator's fault. So I was getting hot about it early on in the series. I wanted to point out that it's not the game's fault necessarily that was the bug. I'm sorry, I'm over-revving. The motors in these trucks are so quiet compared to that other truck. I'll turn my volume up. Hold on. I know people were saying they wanted to hear the motor a little bit more, so we'll fix that so that you can. Here we go. So anyway, it's not the game's fault. It's my fault because I'm recording, and I kept looking online and looking for other people that were having similar issues, and I couldn't find any. Nobody was having the problems that I was having. So I was like, man, it's got to be something that I'm doing that's different. And then I saw somebody say, I had Fraps loaded. First of all, it took me a while to figure out that the overlay was related. So I was going through people's things trying to say Steam controller not working, Steam controller configs not loading, that kind of thing. And then I realized I was talking to somebody, and as I went into the game, I tried to, hang on, let's see, truck speed, limiter, no, trailer stability, braking intensity, steering, auto center, fatigue simulations checked. We want air brakes, we want realistic fuel consumption. Sorry, I have to set all this stuff again. Make it a little more chance of rain. Though in California, you're not going to get much rain, but all right, so. So anyway, it was one of those situations where I kind of just kept picking at it over hours, getting frustrated, and then realizing it has to be something different. And sure enough, dang it, it had nothing to do with the game. It had to do with the Steam overlay. And it's funny how you track those things down. But like I said, I didn't see anybody else having those problems with the Steam controller and Euro Truck Simulator 2, or American Truck Simulator. I'm sorry. And so I was like, wow, well, I guess it's just me or some weird thing going on. But sure enough, somebody said, hey, I can't get my overlay to show up. And I think it was, I don't know. It's one of those guys with XXXX at the beginning of their name, and at the end of their name it was games player or something like that. YouTube game player or something. I can't remember your name. Sorry, bud. You'll text me here, I'm sure. You know who you were, so make sure you leave a note down below. But I was talking to you specifically and kind of trying to figure out what the deal was with my issues. And then when I went into the game to try out one of the changes I made, I noticed I couldn't text back again. The overlay was gone. And I'm like, what the heck? Why is the overlay not loading? And that's when it all came together. I'm like, wait a minute. If the overlay is not loading, the controller isn't going to work. And so I went and Googled, hey, my Steam overlay is not, working. What causes this? And sure enough, there was somebody out there who was saying, hey, I'm using Fraps, and whenever I use Fraps and then go into big picture, I can't get the Steam overlay to work. Oh, there's your answer right there. So the Steam, Frap, I'm using Bandicam, but he was using Fraps, but same difference. It's a video recorder now. As soon as I turned Bandicam off, lo and behold, my game loaded and everything was good. My controller started working. Everything was working. All my bindings that I'd been trying to set worked. So going forward, I just need to start the game first and then start Bandicam. Once I got the game started and working, then Bandicam worked fine. But what a weird, funky issue. And you'll notice here, I'm going to start shifting at 1500 RPMs as much as possible. I know on the older trucks you can actually shift a little bit higher, but on these newer trucks, 1500 RPM is where the automatic transmission shifts, and that supposedly will give you your best fuel economy. So it's been a long night. It is now definitely after midnight my time, and I'm only going to do, so we're going to run 1 or 2 short runs, and then I got to go to bed. We're going to, this time, I think, I'll probably reinstall a couple of my mods, but unfortunately, like I said, the mods are an interesting thing. They only allow you a certain amount of stock in your truck dealerships. So when you put mods in, they replace the trucks that are available at that dealership. And so you can no longer access the lower level trucks. I don't know whether that's a good or bad thing, because the lower level trucks aren't that great anyway compared to the ones that you get later on with the sleeper cabs and everything. But it does kind of take away from, the ability to upgrade the trucks in the game. I don't know. It's interesting. So anyway, I know what I was saying earlier. I was driving around today. I went to a wedding consultation, and I noticed that there were many, and I don't know if this is the case with all the states, but I saw a lot of of the W900 series, like Western 900s from I think it's Peterbilt that builds those. I could be wrong though. I think they're Peterbilt W900s. It might be Kenworth though. But I saw a lot of older model, what I would have thought would have been 1980s, but probably older than that. They're probably from the 90s. Semi trucks that, non-aerodynamic. They still had the big sleeper cabs with the airfoil on top, but hang on, I gotta get down to gears. There we go. But they were definitely old trucks, and I saw probably 5 or 6 of them among the modern trucks that were out on the road. So they are still out there. They're still driving around, and so I know in Ohio at least, they were definitely pre-2008. I know somebody was saying that, and that might be just true, for California, that 2008's the cutoff, but here in Ohio at least, there are trucks that are older than that. There's no way those trucks were 2008 models. They had to be at least 2000 or 1990s models, if not older. So the Western Star models or whatever, they're older models. So maybe in California that's the case, but I think here in Ohio you can still drive older trucks. We don't have as strict EPA anything here in Ohio because we don't have mountains that trap in, pollution. So we just go ahead and pollute like crazy. It's great. Let off that old fuel, but You know, it's so funny. The EPA, I remember, you know, these e-check stations that we have to go to for our cars, and you know, you still have to go and get your cars e-checked, but now it's free. You know, we used to have to pay, I think it was like $20 every time we had to get that done, and it was so frustrating. But now they've made, I'm sure we still pay for it. I mean, it's all taxpayer dollars anyway, but we don't have to pay a fee anymore when we go there, so it's kind of nice. But still, it's like, all they do is make sure that your check engine lights aren't on. I mean, you know, it's really, they don't even plug the cars up anymore to the emissions test. They just plug it into the computer, and most cars are modern enough that they have that. Oops, wrong buttons. I may set it to automatic. It's not as much fun with this little joystick. But anyway, they just plug it into the computer now. There's no no specialized anything or plugging it in and like testing the actual, like revving the motor and putting it on the scale and all that stuff. They just just plug it into the computer and go, okay, it passes. There's no checks. Good, next. You used to have to, like, they'd sit in the car and rev it up and, you know, like run it for like 5 minutes and have that thing sticking out of the exhaust to read what kind of exhaust was coming out. But the cars monitor themselves now, so it's kind of eliminated the need for all that stuff. And if you have an older car, they just pass it. So it's like, what's the point? Oh yeah, your car's never going to meet the standards, so pass. You know, and we live in a day and age where most of the cars that were really bad are pretty much not running anymore anyway, so that's a pretty cool truck. In good news here for the game, we have Arizona is supposed to, they have two things saying that the W900 is going to be available here. It says very shortly. And also the Arizona mod is coming here. The DLC is coming, quote unquote, once again, very shortly. So I think we're going to see those, well, very shortly. It's so funny. I've also made it so that I like this. The one thing I like about the Steam controller, I have more buttons on the Steam controller, so I have the ability to change my. Oops, I think I went the wrong way though. Let's see. Let me change one thing real quick here. I have the ability to go through my menu. For some reason, I should be able to go previous and next, then it's not letting me do that. So hang on. Root advisor. Next page. Ah, previous page. That's why I just screwed up. Typical Artie. All right, back to the road. So anyway, this has been a hair-raising day, or a frustrating day. I really wanted to spend a lot. I wanted to do Farm Sim and the Truck Sim tonight, but alas, having to move the computer and then have the configurations not work has led to just a frustrating evening. Whoa, I bumped my tray table. Sorry. Oh, I missed my exit. Perfect timing. I guess we just keep going. This is when I didn't have the GPS on. We're going to have to get off up here and make a U-turn, a U-E. I will say one of the things I do like about being downstairs, except for during, like if I record earlier in the day, it's kind of a nightmare because the kids make a lot of noise and there's a lot of echo. We have wood floors, and so every little sound is amplified like being in a echo chamber. But this is my quiet time now. At nighttime when it gets quiet, it's a perfect time to record. Of course, it doesn't prevent me from yawning. I'm like falling asleep on the couch. Lug the engine. Okay, so lugging the engine, from what my viewers were telling me, is where you actually go down into the low RPMs, like, oops, below 1,000 RPM. And I guess with old trucks, you could actually cause the motor to run backwards when you did that, which of course would damage severely your engine. With the newer trucks, the computers, it's computer controlled, so it prevents you from doing that kind of damage. But you can still over-rev your engine. And for best fuel economy, you really are supposed to shift at 1,500 RPM. 1,500? Yeah, 1,500 RPM. It's not 15,000. It's like a Cessna engine or something. So the good news is, at least we missed the exit where they are close together. If they'd been farther apart, we'd have a a debacle on our hands. So once again, I apologize. I probably will play the game a little bit away from you guys and get my guy leveled back up again. But I just wanted to share this video with you because I thought, wow, it's an eventful night to say the least. And I probably should let my viewers know why the Jawa Peterbilt is missing. And any of the other mods that I had loaded. And I may not, who knows, if they get enough trucks in the game, I probably won't go back to the mods. I don't like the way that they are implemented in the game. And I think ETS 2 had the same thing going on. Because the problem is there really is no dealership for those trucks. So you have to take slots where the stock trucks are, which means that the stock trucks disappear. Which I said already. Look at all those old cars. They need to fix that too. That's a little bunky, little bonky nonky. 18 vintage cars, all the same model, all the same color. But I think this game has so much potential, and I think that as they get their licenses, we'll get more and more trucks. Like right now, Euro Truck Simulator has more than enough trucks to make the game last a long, long time as you try all the different models out. If you're going to be somebody that collects trucks for your company and tries one of each, you've got quite a lot of trucks to go through. I think they'll get to the same place here, and that you won't necessarily have to have mods to do it. But if you want some of those older trucks, like the now illegal Peterbilt Jawa, well, mods might be the only way you're going to get that. Because I don't think they're going to be licensing old trucks. So cool. Oh. I will say, after playing this game quite a bit now, on 2 different profiles, there are things to me that feel like they're improved over Euro Truck Simulator. I really feel like they've done some good improvements here, and like I said, the potential, the bones of this game are really good. I think they're going to have quite a hit. Plus, it seems to be doing really well. Like, everybody just loves it, so I think that's cool. That alone will help it to do well. There's gonna be a lot of people raving about it, and that helps the game do well. So, for those of you that think I hate the game because I'm rough on some of the rough edges, please don't think that. I love this game. I do. And I can't wait to see where it goes, and it's got so much potential, and I hope that they, I want them to make $1 million, just like the Farm Sim. I want these guys to be rolling in multi-millions of dollars so that they have not only the money to have fun, but the motivation to make more of these games and to improve them with each iteration, and to sink investment into making the series better. If they make money and the game does well, that means we get better games. So please don't think I'm criticizing them. I love the game. I think they do a great job, and once again, it's a good series, and it's a good game, and it can only get better. And it's certainly doing that already. So back in here. I totally missed. I need to go back to parking school. I mean, I'm getting them, but it's not clean. Show results now. Excellent. All right, we'll do one more run tonight. We're definitely going to level up the long distance. We're going to do 3 long distance and high value cargo, and then we'll move to hazardous. And then I'm going to go to bed because it's got to be. What time is it now? It's 12:50. I got to go to bed. Brand new Peterbilt trucks for sale. Truck dealers. Well, we don't even know. We don't even need to go because we already know we can't afford a truck until we get a loan. So once the bank offers us the $100,000, we still won't have enough money to buy a truck. unless we go back to the mods. And I may do that. I don't know. We'll see. Once again, you definitely make money faster. But like somebody else pointed out too, though, if you're going to buy all like mod trucks, you will make the game too short for yourself. So, and we're back in a red truck. Oh, we should get a screenshot. I should have gotten a screenshot of the green one because I don't have a green screenshot. But we'll do that in a minute. All right, so last trip for the night. Once again, thank you for being patient with me, guys, and starting over. You know, I guess in the long run, we're all just driving anyway, so it's not like it's super exciting material. But I like to show advancement, not retraction or retreatment or whatever. That's not a real word. Oh, and that's not my headlight switch. All right, so we got a full-length trailer here, not a bullpup trailer. I hope that the one guy, I know one of our, oh, I'm totally pegging it. One of my viewers was stating that he's like, man, I've only seen you pull bullpups. Well, they do have the longer, I don't know if they're 53 foot, but they look like it. Trailers also. I might have said that in an earlier video, I don't remember. So I'm going to have to start learning truck models because I don't... When I look at them, I'm like, it's a truck. When I was on the freeway today, I'm realizing I can't even tell if it's a Kenworth or a Peterbilt. I saw a Volvo, I saw some whites, I saw a couple Macs, the Superliners. Definitely a lot of Volvos. You see a lot of Volvos around here, and I'm not sure why that is, but you do. Let's get up to 30 here. I can hire people. Yay. I need to find a Kenworth dealer. That's going to be the big one because I always, the Peterbilt dealer, you know, is given. So love that Greyhound bus. I'm lugging. Whoa. There we go. Soup kitchen time. Ryan's in the kitchen doing dishes. Pull out. Trying to hook that curb. There we go. That was a lovely turn. Just lovely. Once again, I'm overgearing it. Man, I'll get it, guys. I will. I just forget. I get on the gas trying to get the truck going, and I'm like, oh wait. Though I'm pretty sure these trucks nowadays have limiters to keep you from overspeeding, but got a new male. That probably is my lone male. Oh, red light. And Jade, I will get a yellow truck just for you. I promised Jade Storm I would get a yellow truck, as we discussed earlier. So the next truck will be yellow. I kind of want white, but we'll see. Maybe we can make yellow and white. And then also Bushido Soul, when I did my parking job where I went around the building, she actually explained that you do better if you stay closer to the building, and then, you know, you can straighten it up later. But if you go out like I've been doing where I hit the fence on the outside, it's because I'm not doing it right. I need to stay closer to the buildings. So we'll try that next time I get into one of those situations, because we definitely will. Tell you what, I don't mind driving with the Steam controller. It's not bad. But I do miss my steering wheel. That was fun. It's always fun when you have a big steering wheel to drive with. It just adds so much more realism to the game. But the Steam controller is not too bad now that it's working. Oh my gosh. Whoops, over-revved. Looks like I need to get over. Oh, lights on. Six o'clock in the afternoon. Once that evening sun starts. That's, as a photographer, those are our favorite times of day. 6 in the afternoon is about golden in the summertime. In the winter, it's about noon. The magical lighting happens at 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the winter. But in real life, in the summer when we're actually out photographing weddings and stuff, it's magic hours. Anytime from like 5 o'clock on to sunset. Oh, come on, dude, get going. There we go. All right, so we're on the route. Very southern California, here we come. Right? Yeah, I'm heading south, right? Yeah, south. Oh, the 99. I've been on there before. It's so funny. A lot of people are getting upset, though, on the forums because the game does not follow actual, roads. And they never do. This series never has, and that's okay. I can't think of... The only simulator that I can think of... Let me think about this for a minute. Yeah, pretty much. The only simulator that I can think of that really tries to follow the landscape exactly is the train simulator, believe it or not. I guess the airplane simulator in some ways. The airports are usually laid out just like they really are. But like the Microsoft Flight Sim. But the cities are different. They use generic scenery for the cities. Roadways are often represented, though. I know Microfluff, the Microsoft Flight Sim. When you landed at Burke Lake Airfront, the airport at the Burke Lake Airport, Lakefront Airport, Burke Lakefront Airport. There we go. I finally said it right. It did look a lot like Burke Lakefront. They had the stadium where the stadium is, and they had the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and they've got the one skyscraper that we have. There's like 2 or 3 skyscrapers in Cleveland. And, aside from profanity, there's a pretty funny video called the Cleveland Tourism Video. And one of the lines in the song that the guy writes, it's like how cities have like a Orlando or whatever, like come visit Orlando, it's just like this cheesy. So somebody did one for Cleveland, and like the guy's like he's like, come and see our burgeoning industry, and it shows like video of like train cars going by in Cleveland, and then he says come downtown and see our 2 buildings because we've only got like 2 or 3 skyscrapers. And then the end of the tagline was he goes, the best reason why Cleveland is great is because we're not Detroit. Like that's what makes it a great city, because we're not Detroit. Oh, poor Detroit. I go there a lot. It's pretty bad there. I wouldn't want to live there. Oh, Flint's even worse. Michigan's a very impoverished state, unfortunately. It used to be, quite the state with all of the automobile makers and stuff there, but they've lost their industry, unfortunately, and it's put a lot of people out of work, and there's a lot of poverty and a lot of unfinished homes that were being built, and just a lot of signs of an economy that's in big trouble. My aunt lives in Lansing, and my cousin Joe lives in Grand Rapids. And Grand Rapids is doing well, though. It seems like Grand Rapids is kind of a up-and-coming town. A lot of colleges there. I know Mark's girlfriend, possibly someday fiance, as he's hoping anyway, she's going to be going to college there at Aquinas University in Grand Rapids, and so he's planning on going to visit my cousin a lot so he can see his girlfriend. Or maybe even, moving up there to work so he can see her all the time. But it's a hike. It's about 6.5 hours from here. So, but he's a grown boy now. He can make his own decisions. Oops, I'm over revving again. I'm excited for him. I think he'll do well no matter where he goes. And see, the thing is, if he goes there, because he's in the Air Force, he's going to have to come back here anyway because his... Oops, sorry, I'm fussing with the microphone. His base is here in Youngstown, Ohio, which is about an hour and a half from us, so he's going to have to go through every other weekend anyway. But we'll see. He's trying to get a job at Highland Software here in Cleveland, so my friend works there, and he's kind of putting Mark on the fast track to get through, so he should be able to get a job there. But oh, look at those mountains. That's so cool. I think we're getting into LA, I would imagine. There's like a helicopter or something flying right over the top of my car. Or my truck. How are we doing on gas? We're 2 hours away. We're getting close. Motels. Another motel. I know these people behind me got to be getting angry, but what am I going to do? These are like really steep turns. Sorry there, buddy. Got to get around the corner. Oh, this looks like maybe Malibu? Malibu. Did you guys ever see the Jamie Kennedy Experiment? He would trick people like it was like a hidden camera show, like a Art Linkletter but modern. And so what he would do is he'd get these girls to like pretend like he was going to marry them, and then he'd dress up like a white rap star, you know, obviously starving artist though. So he would like, and then the girl would, what they would do is they'd set the parents up. So the girl would tell her parents, "I have somebody I want you to meet. You know, let's get together for coffee." So the parents would show up, and then this girl would have this guy. He's you know, like this white rapper, and these are like, you know, like rich Malibu girls, you know, and so the parents are just like what? And so he'd be like, yeah. He's like, how's it going, man? And then he'd like pull out. He has like, I'm working on this new album. It's called Malibute. And the mom would be like, well, honey, what are you thinking? And she'd be like, well, Mom, he's an artist, you know. Malibute. And she'd be like, huh? She's like, well, what's it about? He's like, well, you know, living the hard life, living in the hood. And she's like, Malibu's not the hood. And he's like, I don't know. Sometimes I have to wait in line for my coffee when I'm at Starbucks. He called it like Barnes and Nobles. I don't know. It's silly, but it was funny. And being a wedding photographer, we do see occasionally mismatched couples where you're like, what on earth do they see in each other? Once in a while, it's like even more so like marriage counseling during the like, you guys aren't gonna make it to the altar, man. I don't know. I don't plan on keeping this thing together. It's pretty rare that happens, but we were. It did happen one time. I was coming. My wife and I were going into a consultation, and one of our other photographers happened to be at the same. Yeah, there's the ocean right there. I was right. We're by Malibu. One of our photographers, or Big Sur or something like that. No, Big Sur's up north. And he was coming out, so we were going in, and he was coming out, and he was like, I'm like, how did it go, man? How did your consultation go? And he's like, I don't know. I don't think they should get married, man. Like, I spent the whole time like trying to keep them from fighting. Like, oh my gosh, that's a wedding you definitely don't want to book. Yeah, this is like the Malibu area, maybe just north of it. There's that. I'm sorry, what, Ryan? No, but they keep saying they've put 2 announcements out today saying that Arizona and the W900 truck are going to be here, quote unquote, very soon. Standard very soon. I would imagine by Friday. The rumor was earlier that they're going to have Arizona done by Friday. So, yes, Ryan. Darkness definitely what? Oh, the darkness, like, I believe in a thing called love. Ooh. They don't sound anything like Def Leppard. Are you kidding? I think they go back further than that. I think they go back to like the. Alright, I will. Yeah, kind of. I guess it does kind of sound like Def Leppard. I don't know. I kind of pictured them more of like a... like Quiet Riot, AC/DC kind of... Like much more like AC/DC. And even earlier, like old Aerosmith or that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know. I believe the thing... I think that album's just called The Darkness. I didn't know they had more than one album. A One-Way Ticket to Hell, is that the name? Well, no, this is definitely Malibu here. Malibu-tay. She's like, but Mom, he's an artist. Oh, gosh darn it. I'm already running into some kinks here in my new couch-based recording studio. My cable's getting tangled up to my shoulder. It's the price of comfort. Oh, somehow that was supposed to be my horn. But it toggles my brights. It's kind of cool. I shouldn't be beeping my horn at people anyway. City horn. I always thought Chips was LA, and then I actually watched it again as an adult, and I found out that no, it actually takes place in San Francisco. And if you watch, they even have successful scenes when they're in and around the city. Though usually it takes place I guess it'd probably be like Oakland area, more like inland where the freeways are. But there are a lot of scenes of San Francisco. I was like, wow, I didn't know that. What a great show! So cheesy, so 80s. Yikes! Wow. Okay. This is gonna be toit. We're gonna have another Austin Powers 3-point turn here. I think what we're gonna do... Nice steering, Artie. Oh. Can I make it? Yeah, I did. I did do it. Okay, we're gonna try to turn this way now. As tight as possible, right? Pull this trailer right in here. So I want to get that thing swinging the other way. Okay. Can I do it? Scrape. Nope. I believe in a thing called love. Ooh. I'm turning the wrong way. I just totally clubbed that curb with my wheel. Oops. Okay. Try this again. There we go, love. I was watching Australian truckers again today. This isn't working out. I've got to iron out the kinks. Oh, God. No, stop. Don't bounce. That's how damage occurs. Oh, I am just... How did I do this? Wait a minute. This is not what I intended. Oh, gosh. I'm out of space. No, stop. Oh. Hope you didn't need a bumper on the truck to make it legal. Okay, this isn't working out. I need to just back out again. Good show. Not so good show. Am I stuck on the building again? Try it again. Oh, no. Already know. Come on. Well, I'm still batting 0 on damage, so that's good news, I guess. Alright, so I'm going to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I can't even get the... No. There we go, maybe. I'm just trying to get this dang thing back out of here. I don't know how I'm going to get that in the parking spot, but... because there's no room anywhere to turn around here. Okay, well, at least we're this far. We'll try it, I guess. We'll go... How the foop am I supposed to get this truck turned around? I mean, literally, I don't think I can jackknife it. Oh, this is a sure sign I just need to go to bed. Ding! Trailer detached. Oh, we might be able to make it. We might. If I can actually get this thing turned around without breaking anything. Okay. But the trailer's getting really close to jackknife. Like to hit in the back of my... Whoa. Man, we did okay, I guess. Don't do things fast when you're tight. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I can do this. Stop it. Why is everybody laughing at me?
Oh, Lordy. The trailer is not going where I want it to go at all. It's drifting. It keeps drifting to the right, and I want it to go left. All right, so we need to go this way. So we can snap that thing straight so we can get a little more distance before it goes into the spot. There we go. Okay. No. Turn the other way. I would imagine a lot of American docks are tight like this. Tight. We keep a tight dock. I can't tell if I shan't make it. I shan't. I can't. I don't think I'm going to do it, but we're at least going to be a lot closer, so... Oh, fudge. I can't see where I'm going. This is not helping. Oh, there we go. It looks like it's rolling where I want it to go, so that's good news, at least. I'm going to have to hop out to the outside view. I don't like doing that because in real life... Oh, it's not going where I want it. Okay, so we need to do this. We'll get it. We're almost there. Okay, now we're going to go straight back. Unfortunately, I've, once again, against Jade Storm's warnings, I have gotten too close to the building again. But I don't really know if there was much else I could do because of the strange way that this is laid out. There we go. Okay, we're getting better, though. Okay. But I can't... Oh, well, I just need to get it back further. Okay, that's probably as far as it's going to go. Try to slowly unkink the trailer. Now, we're going to run into that... Now I can't even get... Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Okay, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to jackknife it a little bit again. And I'm going to go straight forward this time. Or turn forward, I mean. And try to force it to jackknife. Because we want to get it into position. And right now we're going to start turning. Okay, there we go. Okay, this should... theoretically. But then again, we shall see. No, wrong way. Wrong way, Artie. Please tell me other, like, real truck drivers have this much trouble getting into these tight spots. Probably not, huh? I want to go the other way. I want the trailer to keep going the direction. There we go. Okay. Aha. Hey. There we go. Okay. So, is this A, painful to watch, B, funny beyond belief, C, do it over again? Oh, it's not really there, though. I'm not happy. Now, in real life, could you get your fifth wheel undone if you were at this angle? I don't know. It would seem that you should be able to, right? T. Okay. And so we have another exciting episode completed. Thank you. It's a longer episode. Once again, I wanted to reward you a little bit because I really screwed up the whole game by not being able to do what I normally do. Sadness. Head hung. Let's check my emails before I go. Yeah, we know. Need money? We can help. Okay, let's see what we got. The bank has a $100,000 loan. We have stored up $6,000. If we go to the dealer, I do not believe we can get enough money to really actually have a truck. We could strip it down to nothing. Nope, 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 nope. I'm trying to see if there's anywhere where we can reduce the cost of the truck. Can I have one of these with no wheels, please? No? Okay. So it might be back to mods. I really want to get my own truck. And I do want, I think, I'm just going to pick one mod truck and see if it shows up in the Peterbilt store. Okay. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and that you find this series fun to watch. I think people are because it seems to be like getting a lot of views pretty quickly. So have a great night. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys on the roads. Thankfully, this is all working again, and so now we can really continue and get into the story, whatever story there is. Have a great night. Bye.